Yo, boys and girls, what is going on? Welcome back to our next baseball video, where we are bringing today's big news from the MLB. Today's teams who made the big move were the Tampa Bay Rays and the San Francisco Giants, with a trade, a 5-player deal that involved third baseman Evan Longoria. Yes, Evan Longoria, the face of the Tampa Bay franchise, Rookie of the Year 2008, World Series experienced third baseman from 1 year in 2008, has been the face of the franchise since he got there 10 years ago, now 32, and in the last 4 or 5 years of his career, most likely, maybe a little more. He is now on his way to the San Francisco Giants in exchange for infielder Kristen Arroyo, minor league pitchers Matt Crook and Steven Woods, and the Tampa Bay Rays must also take on the last year of outfielder Denard Span's $9 million contract. This is in exchange for Evan Longoria, who has 5 years left on a 6-year, $100 million contract. For the Rays, good move, guys! You just shaved off like $16-something million a year off your salary for the next 5 years. Especially next year, when after you don't keep Denard Span for $9 million, you just cleared yourself $25 million in cap room to go after anyone in the free agency bonanza next year. We've seen a lot of teams doing this, where they've been restructuring their rosters for this season in preparing to strike in next season's free agent market. Because after Machado and Harper, which we know, there's a lot of other good players on that list as well. It is a big free agent season next year. And even if for the teams that don't get the Harpers and the Machados, there are going to be teams that can bring in 3 or 4 solid, good players, both on the pitching and hitting side of the ball, that could really change their teams and improve them and make them contenders. So the way teams, we saw this earlier in the year, or earlier in the last couple of weeks, with the Yankees clearing space with Chase Headley, then the Dodgers clearing space and re-acquiring Matt Kemp, along with the Braves also clearing space for themselves. We saw, who was the other team who did it just recently? There was another team. Oh, yeah, the Marlins have been clearing space as well to rebuild. And now 2 more teams today have also done it. In this case, 1 team really, the Tampa Bay Rays, have also cleared space. They're preparing. I think it's a good move for Tampa Bay. Evan Longoria has done great things for Tampa Bay in his 10 years there. He'd do great things for the rest of his contract if he stayed. But it was now the time where he's 32. They're looking for a younger replacement for him. Someone who can be their next Evan Longoria, which for them they would hope would be Manny Machado. It won't get him in a trade, but who knows, maybe they can somehow snag him in the free agent market. You never know. I don't think it will happen, but it's worth a shot. Now, for the Giants, I don't really like this move particularly that much. They're taking on a big contract in 5 years and left on a 5-year, 6-year, $100 million deal. They're taking on the last 5 years of this deal, which is really not allowing them to, I guess they're happy where they are for the most part, but they are really kind of knocking themselves out of next year's free agency race, which a lot of teams are trying to prep for and get in, and right now there are some teams doing that, which Tampa Bay in this case, as after Denard Span, they've just knocked off $25 million plus off their next year's salary. So they're going to have $25 million more in cap room under the luxury tax threshold. So for Tampa Bay, I think this is a great trade. They do get 3 good minor league players. Arroyo is supposed to be a highly touted middle infield prospect. He can play both second base and shortstop. And he's supposed to be very, very good. He could be a good backup this year off the bench. I think he was in Double-A last year, maybe Triple. I forget off the top of my head. I'd have to look. So don't quote me on that, but I think it was Double or Triple-A this last year. Or, I'm sorry, no, he was up in the MLB. Minor leaguers, I'm sorry, Matt Crook and Steven Woods were in Double-A and Triple-A respectively this past year. Kristen Arroyo was a good infielder for them, for the Giants, and he's young, he's multi-purpose, and he also has a decent bat and good speed. Now, you also get Denard Span, who is known for his crazy defense. He's made amazing catches all over the MLB. So out there in center field. So they'll have a good guy for next year to cover help in the outfield with Krymier and whoever else they decide to stick in left. They can move Krymier even if they wanted to, or stick him in right or left. They'd have two speed demons in the outfield, which would be an amazing move, which is an amazing move by them. And he's also a great bunter, and he's got a ridiculous speed on the base pass. So in the end, I think Tampa Bay wins this trade by a mile. For what they gave in Longoria, they are getting back a lot for him. There have been trades this year that haven't gotten a lot back for what they've been, especially in other sports. But in baseball, it seems to be much more balanced. And the Rays won out in this trade. The Giants got a 20 home run, 85 RBI guy. Hits about 275 and has great defense. In Longoria, that's great. They have their third baseman for the next 5 years. Done. They have an all-star caliber third baseman for the next 5 years. Great. Good job. But Tampa Bay is rebuilding for the future. It won't be any time in the next couple of years that they do anything with the Yankees and the Red Sox kind of dominating. But it's for those few years down the road that they're rebuilding, and the players that they got in exchange will be a good start to that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. As always, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this trade and who you think really won. As you said, I think Tampa Bay wins this trade, even though the Giants are getting an all-star for 5 years. They're paying a lot for him, and they're kind of taking themselves out of next year's free agent market running, at least for the big players. So, yeah, that is going to be it for today, guys. Coming up later today will be my 2 FIFA videos on Groups C and D in the World Cup predictions. As you know, yesterday we did Groups A and B, so today is C and D. I will see you guys next time. Richard the Guru here, signing off. Have a great day, boys and girls, and enjoy your, what's today, Wednesday?
One option I see is Goody Air's Locks on West Pico Boulevard. Does that one sound good?
Siri, shut up!
The second is Gara and...
No! Siri! Be quiet! Okay, I'm ending this video now. Bye!